What's good, everybody? So, well, I say everyone. It's me again. Hello, me. It's me again. Just getting a few things set up. Um, got a lot of parts in from altairtech.io. So if you need any ASIC parts, go there. They're really good and quick. Quick shipping rather. The S21, or one of the S21s, is what I have pulled up on screen. I don't know if the music's too loud. I'll turn it down a little bit so I can hear myself think a little bit. All right. So the this S21 that I've got up here. No, not that one. Where'd you go? All right, so this one here, it's a 200 terahash model of the S21. And actually with this one, the actual joules per terahash and all on this one is correct. It was at 16 or 16 and a quarter joules a terahash, or watts per terahash. It's just next door. Right now it has no insulation and no sheetrock. So we're just running inside of the building next door, inside the house next door, till we get the mining shed built. But yeah, this one was at 16 and a quarter joules a terahash. It's just the heat is so high. But I mean, I've got this one tuned down for better joules per terahash. It was, a 200 terahash model, and I dropped it down to 120 terahash, which I can show you in this firmware if you want. But yeah, 3 boards, was 108 chips per board. So what's that? 324 ASIC chips. Now the frequency after running the tuner on this one is like 265, 331, and 275. It's kind of like all over the place, but it equals out. I got a couple of chips that are in red, not too many though. On this particular one, and this is each one of the chips in their health, and each board. So like this is chip number 63 that was just highlighted in red. But now with the last order, I got all new ribbon cables in, as well as a voltage regulator cable to go from the power supply to the actual hash boards. And I should have ordered several of those. I've got several S21s, several S19J Pros, 104 terahash. But my thing is I can't. It's just too damn hot right now, so that's why everything's underclocked. And so yeah, I've got it tuned down to 120 terahash here. But I'll show you in the Epic firmware, which has no dev fee. So a lot of these other firmwares and all that people are using, whether it be Vinish or Brains OS, whatever on their miners, that's great. I replaced the whole control board with the Epic UMC control board, and then I have access to everything. Like in here, this is currently the dashboard, but under settings, I can go into cooling, and I can then go under fans. I can manually adjust the fan speed of the factory fans, which I remove, and I put the AC Infinity duct fan on for forced air induction. I remove the factory fans because they're just so damn noisy. So then right here, minimum working fans required. Like if you wanted to do what I'm doing and running forced air induction, you can just, select this to 0 and hit apply, and you don't have to have any working fans. Or the same thing for emulsion. If you want to put this in emulsion oil for liquid cooling, you can as well. Once you go into liquid, you can't go back to air cooled. I mean, you can, but it's a bear. I mean, you have to dip each hash board and every bit of it, the case, everything separately into not isopropyl alcohol, but it's denatured alcohol. It's much stronger than your stuff you buy at, whatever convenience store. All right, but here's the thing: mining config, your configuration, how you set up your different stratums, your username, your worker name, and your passwords. I mean, this is what a few people are having issues with, and like if you need a stratum for like CK Pool to mine Bitcoin, or to solopool.org to mine Digibyte, or this one here is Bitcoin Cash, and you can solo mine. You just have to import this into the pool address. Then your wallet address is your worker, or is the next line, and then you put a dot, a period, and your worker name. Your worker name is how you notice what each one pops up as individually or separately from a mining pool. So I guess let's go there then next, right? Let's see, share this instead. So here, this is solo CK Pool. So like I've got a S21 running next door, and this is just what's being reported. Let me refresh that. So here you can see I hit like 201 billion shares. G stands for billion. M is million. G for some reason is billion, and T is trillion. So I've never hit a block of Bitcoin, but currently that's what I'm on because I'm overdue for a block of Bitcoin. And why not? I'm just doing this, testing out all these other pieces of equipment. I've got several of them, and I'm working on them right now. So, but yeah, this one here, the S21 Epic One. I've got two of the S21s. I'm testing out this S19 on my side of this house, and so right now I'm having similar issues. Nothing wrong with the hash board, and nothing wrong with the actual control board either. It's just the ribbon cables for some reason. I don't get it. But anyway, this is how they pop up. Your names pop up. That's why you do the dot in between, or the period in between the actual your actual payout address that you wish to get payouts in. So let's get over here, because this is where I'm having issues. Wait, share this instead. Okay. So this is a Antminer S19 J Pro 104 terahash that I've got underclocked to 60 terahash. In this one, the firmware is incorrect wattage and incorrect joules per terahash. I actually go to the wall. I look at the wall every time. The wall wattage divided by the terahash gives you your joules or watts per terahash. That's how you do it. It's not hard, but the firmware has this particular control board fits many different miners, but on this S19J Pro 104, it is totally incorrect there. But anyway, board 0, which you would think would be either the first or the third board, but it's not. It's a board 0 is actually reading for the middle board on this hash board. I've had to take the cover off and on like, I don't know, a dozen times already. And now I'm going back through old cables of other miners trying to get this one up and running. And then I'm on to the other S19J Pro because I'm trying to get every ASIC fully built, fully ready to just mount up on the ceiling and port the hot air right out of the shed. You know, and it's going to be kind of cool because all of these have big, large wind turbines on them that blow the hot air right out. So, and then with air filters, so they don't get all the hash boards full of dust or dirt or whatever. And yeah, I've got a lot planned for the shed. Yeah, I can't wait. So I got the 70-inch TV from the master bedroom of next door going out in there. I've got what Mother Dearest has given me a 50-year-old refrigerator. And she got the refrigerator when she bought her house in 1976. So the refrigerator is 50 years old. Looks like it just came off the assembly line yesterday, and you can't buy a good refrigerator today. Everything breaks in like 3 years and needs to be replaced. So I'm getting that, and then I'm gonna stock it full of like 5 cases of Miller Lite. So I'll have the beer fridge, then I'll have all the miners out in the shed. I'll have the audio equipment and all out there. Probably a GoPro camera or 2, and you know, a computer to monitor all of the mining equipment, TV if I want to take a break, a hot tub right outside one of the doors of the shed. The shed has actually got 2 doors in it, one for each side of the duplex, but I'm taking out 2 walls in the duplex right now. So the sheetrock and the 2x4s are coming out, separating and making one large room out there. But anyway, I can't wait, y'all. A lot of plans. Because running these miners inside of the house is just like, I mean, the heat in the front room of the miner, from the miner, even on low power, low terahash, everything, the heat just runs right up the stairwell to the thermostat, and the air conditioner is constantly running, never turns off, which is great. I mean, at nighttime, you wake up and it's nice and cold in the bedrooms. But the rest of the house, you're like, what's going on here? It's cold upstairs, but downstairs is hot. And it's because of the miner, which is why summer months, the miners go outside. I can't deal with this kind of heat. And I mean, the heat that generates off of some of these miners when you have them just at full power, it is nuts. I mean, the only thing you're missing at that point is lava rock and a little spray bottle of water, you know, for a sauna. That's the only thing you're missing. But let's see. Right here, we're at 40 terahash a second. I've got the perpetual tune on this one. I'm running the board tune. And I've tuned this one down to 60 terahash a second. From 104 terahash a second, and then hit apply. But from on the board tune, and I'm running an older firmware on this one, I know, because I've had issues with other firmwares, or with other upgrades, I'll say. So this one, I went all the way back to, and you must have the at least the 100.3 in order to move forward with other firmware updates on the Epic UMC for the S19J Pros. So you at least need to have this one. If you have an older version than the 100.3, and you try to go to the latest update, it will not work. You must start with this version, the 100.3, before you move forward. I haven't done that just yet. I'm still trying to put miners and all together. So, all right, so we're tuned at 60, but now at 40 terahash, because only 2 boards are up and running at 20 terahash each. Let's scroll down here and see. So I don't see any chips in red, but this one here, board 0. Now here's another cool thing. Within this firmware on these control boards, you can, if one board is having an issue, you can still run on 2 boards. It's not as efficient, but I'm trying to figure out the problem here, and I think it's still the cables. I can wiggle them and come back, and then it'll work. So right now I just enabled board 0, so let's come back up here and take a look. So now the miner is going to start over again. Of course, at the top right, I can either reboot or restart the miner, but I want to see, is this joker actually going to connect now that I let it run for a little while and wiggle the wire? Is it actually going to begin hashing on board 0? You know, the suspense is killing me. Actually, no, I've been like this for like 4 or 5 days now, just working nonstop on these damn miners. But after this one, I got one more to do that I want to tune. And I mean, I had this one up and running, put the top cover on, set that one screw in by the button, and I'll be damned, I plug it back in just to go ahead and run it, and then board 0 starts giving me issues again, and that's just after putting the cover on it. So chip detect failed on hash board 0. Yep. All right, so on this, let me hit enable, and then let's do a restart. If it doesn't pop up now, I'm actually got to take a break for a second, go use the restroom, and in that time frame, I'm gonna go flip the breaker and go wiggle the wires, and then come back and let's do it again, because it was working. You know, worst case, I guess I'll change the wire, the ribbon cable, the board 0. But again, I wish I had ordered like a bunch of ribbon cables and voltage regulator cables to just go ahead and replace them all, because these I bought off of eBay, took them apart, refurbished them. They worked great during the winter time, all of that. Everything functioned, worked good. And now suddenly I'm getting issues out of the cables, and what my theory is that whoever had these and ran them filthy, because I took them apart, cleaned them, everything, is that they probably ran the crap out of them in horrible conditions, and at such high temperatures, trying to overclock it, you know. And it's like, you know, underclocking is the new overclocking. You know, trying to make these machines efficient. Less electricity for more terahash a second. In other words, more revenue instead of more expenses of your electric bill. And then to make them into home miners, which is what I'm doing. It's still showing disabled. Let's see. I just rebooted, so good, it's not hashing yet. At least to the pool. I just looked at Solo CK pool just to see, and it's not registered there yet. Or no accepted shares yet. I'll say it that way. But wouldn't that be some shit, right? Be tuning and playing with miners, getting them to work, figuring out the problems, putting them all together, getting them ready to go out in a mining shed. Wouldn't that be some shit if I hit a solo block of Bitcoin in the meantime? That would just be too cool. I don't know if that's ever happened to anyone before, if they hit a block or found a block live. Um, but I've been mining for years, and I've never found a block of Bitcoin. I found one for Bitcoin Cash. I just did on Twitter. Like I found like 11 blocks of Digibyte in 24 hours. So basically a block every other hour. Yeah, disabled. All right, I'll be back in just a second. I'm gonna go turn the breaker off and go wiggle the wire a little bit, and I'll be right back. All right, I did not just wiggle the wire. I actually unplugged what I think is board 0, which I think on this miner was the center board. So let me refresh. Oh, on the login, most of the time is root, lowercase, on whatever large ASIC miner that you have. Vinish is usually admin, and Epic UMC is let me in, all lowercase. So let me in. All right, let's see. Disabled. Yes, I am. I'm legally blind and I'm doing this. I just use assistive technology on the computer. Yep, board 0, not detected. Perfect. So yes, it is the actual center one. I think I'm actually going to go replace this cable real quick because I've had some issues earlier today with this joker. So let me see. Let me go to stop mining. Stop mining. Okay. Idling. Not detected. 0. All right. I'll be right back again. I'm going to go cut off the power. So the other thing is whenever you're playing with the ribbon cables, they're very close to the bus bars of the power supply. That connects the power. 240 volts runs through both of those bus bars to each one of those hash boards. That will kill you. So make sure you turn the make sure you turn the breaker off before you even get close to those bus bars or to a power supply unit while it's powered up. So don't ever just and don't just go touch them right after you power them down either. So be careful. You've been warned. It will kill you. So anyway, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go turn the breaker off and go try to replace this cable. Be right back again. Uh-huh. Y'all thought I was dead. Right. Nah, I've done this once or twice before. Let's see. Let me in. Let's see. Now we replace board 0 ribbon cable. Let's see what happens. Come on. Big money. Big money. Come on, big money. Don't forget to have your pets So if I got to go through this, I figure y'all might as well too. This might help one of y'all out to try to narrow down the issues that y'all are having, like between boards and control board, or, you know, hash boards and control boards, and figuring out what wire is what or what cable is what. For me, it's just a process of elimination. I mean, my degree is automotive technology. I was a full line tech for Ford, Lincoln, Mercury for many years, ran my own automotive shop for years. Then I just went blind. So it's like, great, now what? So crypto is what? It's the only profitable hobby I've ever had. Disabled, yes I am. At least that's what they keep telling me. Let's see. Let's become enabled. How about that? Instead of disabled, let's become enabled. It disabled board 2 as well? What? Come on. All right. I'm just taking a break from taking a break, y'all. I'm just trying to get through all of this. Like I said, I wish I'd ordered more cables from Altair Tech. So it's the only place I found that has, you know, everything I need, even missing screws, all of that kind of stuff. So they got everything for these miners. They even sell miners. Good deal on them too. Like the last small ASIC that found a Bitcoin block, the Canon Avalon Nano 3S. They did a flash sale on that joker for like $200, but for a while, if you went to altairtech.io, you could just enter, you could just enter in code INDISC, NDISC, and that would give you, it's like $80, $90 off of the miner. And then you could buy 2 of them and actually get the cooling dock at no charge. All right, what are you doing? Idling status. Really? Let's go to start mining. See, my screen is like so enlarged. It looks totally different than what you see. I was just expecting to see the hash rate change, and it wasn't. It was not changing. But I've had to do this several times now with this board 0. Now board 2 seems to be giving me fits. I got another idea as well to get board 0 up and hashing. And that's just to like disable board 2 if it doesn't disable now, to just go in and disable it to see if board 0 and board 1 will begin to hash, or if it's going to give another fault on board 0 again. So initialize it. Come on. You disabled board 2, but now board 0 is going to start hashing. Ain't you a little motherfucker? Excuse me, sorry. I think when these machines were built, like many other things, I think that the Chinese, because these machines were built out of Malaysia, I think they all got together and said, oh, let us fuck with American. Little small tiny finger. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and just close enough to where you can kill yourself if you touch the bus bar. Right. Thanks. And then you got the 4-pin plug for the power supply unit to power up the control board. Why use ribbon cables? Can someone develop these ribbon cables to be more robust? I mean, this is really a bear to deal with the ribbon cables and the pins within the ribbon cables. So watch this dumb stuff, right? Watch board 0 start hashing at 20 terahash a second, and board 1. So board 0 and board 1. Or are you going to fault on me now? Adjusting clock voltage, 3.19. I got nothing out of board 0 with a replaced ribbon cable. Not a new one. Not a new one, just another old one, which might be a bad one. I don't know. But now I think I'm going to go through and replace them all with all new cables from Altair Tech. So, again, worked fine the last time I used it. Yeah, sure. Sure it did. But no, it really did. What the hell? I got nothing out of board 0? Nothing. Nothing? Nothing, honey. Really? Is that still a cereal? I got seven shares accepted on a 10,000 difficulty. Latency sucks. That should be around 20 milliseconds. I haven't done the umbrella pool yet. I have not done that yet. Still got 0. Let me go wiggle a wire real quick. Do a wiggle test. Wiggle with it. Was it wiggle with it or wobble with it? Or wiggle wobble? Anyway, I'll be right back. I still got nothing. And we still got nothing. Lovely. Let's do a restart. Let's go back to board 2 and enable it because we're disabled. All right. Sorry, I'm not on the screen to see if y'all are typing anything in chat, but hello if you're here listening. I'm just going through hash boards and control boards of different miners. This one in particular is S19J Pro. It's been giving me fits now. I had it running earlier. It was running the last time I used it. It ran fine. It's like everything I see for sale is just garbage. Like on Facebook Marketplace, whatever. I mean, it's all crap. It's like I don't want a riding lawnmower with no deck. That's great. You took the deck off, you couldn't put it back on, whatever. Someone ran over it. I don't know what happened. I want a fully functioning working unit. What's the purpose of a lawnmower if you're not cutting the grass, right? I mean, you're going to ride it around on a dirt track somewhere? You got a lot of work to do before you can do that. Now both board 0 and board 2 are disabled. Come on, man. All right. I'll be back. All right, let's see, where are we? Rig is off, reboot. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Let me in. Open says me. And let's go back and enable board 0 and enable board 2. Yay. I peed in your pool. Yay. Come on, be the one. What I want to do, though, before that, actually, is what I was saying previously. Let me disable board 2 and see if it'll connect and run on board 0 and board 1. Because I ran into that before, too. So then it would run on board 0 and board 1 while I had board 2 disabled, then came back and enabled board 2, and then it ran fine. All of this is over ribbon cables on the S19s and the S21s. Like I said, I wish I'd have just ordered, like, you know, it's one ribbon cable per board, so you got 3 per miner. So 3 ribbon cables and a voltage regulator cable. Disabled. You son of a bitch. Yes, I am. I am disabled. But I wish to become enabled. Alright. Reboot. Screw it. Well, if at first you don't succeed, right? Do it like a dozen times, because it will eventually work. My thing is, I don't want to get this joker finished up, every screw, every cover plate put back on this bastard, and have it mounted upside down on the ceiling, poured it out, everything for all the air to move, and then have this issue. I'd rather be going through these issues on the ground first. So, come on now. Come on, board 0. I've been going at this for days. Not with this exact miner, but with all the other miners. I got this one and one more left to go through. Same stupid shit, just that one board. You know what? Let's go into mining. No, not mining config. Let's go to perpetual tune. Go to the board tune, and at 60 terahash, let's bump this up to 70 and apply. So let's change. Let's still 105 or 104 terahash model that we've tuned down. Let's enable this board again. And see if maybe it's just not enough voltage going to it at 60 terahash, which is causing it not to register any hash. Because, I mean, everything is connected. I've triple checked everything. It's, hell, I even replaced the damn ribbon cable last time. I just went and wiggled it. Now let's bump it up to 70 terahash instead of 60. And then we can tune it down to 60. See if maybe that's an issue. If not, I'll bump it up to 80 or 90 or 100 terahash and try to then tune it down afterwards. Swing away, Mel. This bastard. Let's see if the other 2 boards will start running. Let's see, this will be 70 divided by 3. So what, 23 23 terahash aboard. See if that registers. Let me come back up here. See what y'all up to. Any listeners? Got a whole 0. None of y'all. None of y'all. But I got 9 comments. Don't know who you are yet. Let's see. Thanks. Good to see your screen name too. Harvey. It's Javier. Nah, no worries. Yeah, I missed a gang. Yeah, Javier. The fridge still running? Yeah. Yeah, 50-year-old fridge runs like new. Never needed Freon, never needed anything. Ever. Yeah, 10 years lifespan. I've seen people replace refrigerators in 3 years. Yeah, no worries. I understand you bounce. Gotta do what you gotta do. No worries. I'm just here, going through miners. So I figure, some of this might actually help someone else one day to go through and to see what their miners are doing. Maybe they'll, I don't know. Nope, that's the wrong miner. That's the S21. Yeah, so 23, 24 terahash a second each. I got this joker set at 70. I mean, it's just something simple. It's got to be the damn cable. I mean, too stupid to be stupid. So let's enable it. And of course, it's got to start all over again. But give me something, damn it. Give me 5 terahash out of board 0. Give me something. Hello. Guess my phone's in here. Really? Disabled board 0 again. Go wiggle a wire again. Worst case, I'll replace this one again. So, be back. All right, let's see. Adjusting the clock voltage. Hold on. Hold on. Come on, damn it. I can't believe this joker was running. I put the top cover and the screw in by the button. And this bastard now decides, oh, now I want to have an issue because you put the cover on it. No, letting the cover. Those freaking ribbon cables. I wish there were a different cable than these ribbon cables. They're crap. They're garbage. Hello. Don't know who you are, but hello. Disabled. Yes, I am. But I wish to become enabled. I'm starting to get hungry. I don't even know where to ship my blood sugar is. 194. I need insulin. 2, 3. If it don't work this time, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go swap it out for another cable. There it is. All right, I'll be back. All right, so I did not change the ribbon cable. I actually just unplugged it from the hash board and from the control board and flipped each end around. Let me in. Up and away. Let's see. Board 0. Let's enable. And then restart. Come on, baby. Come on. Give me some voltage, damn it. I can see it now. I'm gonna put an order in at Altair for like, I don't know, what would that be? Well, there's 3 for each, so that would be 12. Shit, I would get probably 15 or 18 ribbon cables. So three per miner. Holy sheep shit. Don't tell me. We got voltage on board 0. Holy sheep shit. You mean to tell me I just flipped that ribbon cable backwards? Son of a bitch. You little... Wow. Over a damn ribbon cable. Really, dude? And there is no polarity in the ribbon cable. It's not like positive and negative were backwards on this damn thing. They're identical. Either side. Ain't you a little mother sucker? No issue out of board 2 either. Where we got this joker tuning to anyway? Tuning to 70 terahash. So let's go back to perpetual tune. And let's go tune this down to 60, which is the lowest that I can tune. I can only tune a S19J Pro down to 60 terahash a second. That's the lowest I can go on all of this. Adjusting clock voltage. Yes. No easing the juice. Johnny number 5. All right. Come on now. Give me 20 terahash aboard for 60. And actually, from an S19J Pro, I'm getting like, what is it? Let me get the calculator. Let's see. I think it's like 22 and a half. So 1,300 watts divided by 60 terahash. 21.66 joules a terahash, or watts per terahash, out of an S19J Pro, which was what, 32, 35 joules a terahash, so not bad. So 22 joules a terahash, or 21 point whatever. Go down here. So far, we've got 112 shares submitted to CK Pool on Bitcoin. Difficulty 41,000. Latency should be like 20 milliseconds on the latency. This is actually really, really slow. So 309 across the board. 53 Celsius. Let's see. Oh, this threw me off a while back. Each one of these boards has 126 ASIC chips per board. It only registers as 125. I was questioning why until I scrolled up and I landed on chip 0. So chip 0 is actually chip 1. So there actually is 126 chips per board. But that took me a second to get to 126 chips on all 3 boards. So what's that? 378? 6. Yes. 378 ASICs on this. And any one of these chips can actually find and solve SHA-256 algorithm and actually solve a block on Bitcoin. Any one of these chips. on each of these boards, and there's 378 of them. per miner, and I got two of these miners, and then the other two S21s are 108 per board, so that would be 324 ASIC chips per each one of those miners. Yeah, 162. We're climbing. Difficulty 55. Let's see. Everything's in the green now. Yay. Go put the cover back on and boo. Because that's all I did. I put the cover back on the damn thing, tightened the screw there by the little release button, and this joker wanted to start having a hissy fit. So now we're registering at 60 terahash. So let's go back over here to Solo CK Pool and see. Yeah, we're pulling up 7 terahash so far. Best share is 409 million there, and on the S21 I got 16.39 billion. So again, right now I'm just running these, just testing out equipment before permanently mounting them out in the shed. So wouldn't it be funny to just work on this and work on each one of these and have one of them find a block of Bitcoin? Be too cool to have that happen live. Like, I don't think that's ever happened live to anyone. I mean, I found Bitcoin Cash. I found many in Digibyte. I never found a Doge block, and I never found a Bitcoin block. So come on now, where you at? So yeah, we're still at 60 terahash. Difficulty of 55, 44 milliseconds, got 197 shares accepted. So yeah, if at first you don't succeed, get back up and try another dozen times, and you'll figure out which ribbon cable is the culprit, and then try reversing it. Yeah. Smack it up, flip it, and rub it down. Oh no. Yeah, so the wattage and all, that's way off. Let me go see what I'm at the wall, actually. All right, so at the wall, I'm 1342. So let's see, calculate 1342 divided by 60. So I'm running at 22.36 joules a terahash. So I'm still at 22. Out of a machine designed for 30 to 35. Not bad. I mean, I could bump this one. I could overclock the shit out of this one to like 120, 130, 140. I think 140 would be the absolute max, but then I'm like over 4,000 watts of power. I mean, the power consumption just gets stupid on these. To do that, I'd strongly suggest, get one of these. Where'd you go? So get one of these S21s. At least the 200 terahash. The 200 terahash S21, you can pick up on eBay for like $1,100. And for $1,100, the difference from the S21 to the S21 Plus is 25 terahash. So 225. That model will cost you like $1,500. Then you have the 234 terahash model, which is the S21 Pro. So 234 terahash. For that one, you're going to spend about $2,500. And then for the one that I really want is the XP. The S21 XP has 270 terahash. But again, it was like $4,000 for the damn thing. And it's like, for 70 extra terahash, I could buy 4 of these other miners and have damn near a petahash. You know, so I didn't go with the XP. I just went with the S21s. And yeah, I got a fucking petahash. So, but again, I don't know many people that do have that. I know some people do, but you know, again, this one's tuned down to 120. But let's see, perpetual tune, board tune. This one, I don't know. It says 300 terahash. I haven't tried above. I just ran it at 200 terahash. So let's see. Just to prove to y'all, because S19 cannot do this. So apply. So we're just going to go to 200 terahash on this model. Like I said, an S19 cannot go above 140 terahash. So just to prove to one of the naysayers that's out there, that I know is out there, that oh, are you sure? Yeah, yes, I'm fucking sure. I've been doing this a long time. I've been here in crypto since 2011, you jackass. I was in the old forums, okay? But I didn't buy crypto. I didn't buy Bitcoin until 2014. Because even in 2014, even back then, we didn't know if we were going to jail tomorrow. You know, so adjusting the clock voltage. Yes. Bring on 200 terahash. Just to prove to the naysayer that yes, we do know what the hell we're talking about and what we are doing. And yes, we are sure that this is an S21, not a S19. Because an S19 cannot do this. Come on. Adjusting the clock voltage. Where's my temperature at, actually? I'm at 73. I got the fan only in level 8, so I'm only going to be able to do it for a minute. Otherwise, the shutdown's at 85 degrees Celsius. Come on. Well, there you go. 198 terahash. It'll get to 200 here in a second, but again, an S19 cannot jump to 200 terahash. It's not possible. Now I'm at 80 degrees. Shutdown is at 85 degrees Celsius. But I don't have the fan on that high of a level. It's only like on 7 or 8. So before we go into shutdown on the chips, yeah. Let me go back to perpetual tune and drop this back down. Let's just say 150 and apply. Dashboard, 86 degrees. Shutdown temperature reached. So now it's just going to sit in limbo for a minute. So pre-initialize cool down mode on the power supply. Target throttled down to 145 terahash from 150. But again, I've never seen anyone else show all of this of the firmware and whatnot. So yeah, now it just restarted. We're back at 74 degrees Celsius. It should drop back down to like 70 since I dropped the terahash back down. But that's just proof right there for whoever that was that said that to me. Oh, that's an S19. No, it's an S21. S19 cannot do 200 terahash a second. Can't even do 150 terahash a second. Yeah, now this joker's got to go back through and recalculate because I threw a curveball at it. Did it restart my shares? Son of a bitch. Damn it. Well, whatever. Yeah, so now I got 2 shares. Started all over again on that. Holy shit. The latency was at 70 something. I just caught a glimpse of that. 61 degrees Celsius. And this will jump up to 150, I think I had it tuned at. 150. I actually want to lower this back down to 120. I did that real quick so that way the temperature would drop. Perpetual tune. And then let's drop this back down to 120. Because, I mean, granted, even at 150, I'm getting excellent joules per terahash. Apply. But at 120, I mean, I don't have such an electric load. You know, I mean, my electric company where I'm at here in New Orleans is knuckin' fucks. I mean, it really is knuckin' fucks. To where, you know, they tell you, oh yes, you're at 12 cents a kilowatt hour. Yeah. There are no such thing as peak hours. That doesn't exist here. But what does exist is a fuel adjustment charge that will take you from 12 cents a kilowatt hour to 29 cents a kilowatt hour, and you'll start getting $1,000 bills for electricity. So yeah, here I like to keep it like around 2,200 or less worth of power per house, because I have 2 houses and I just run that much in each house, and I have no issue. I'm retired. Crypto retired me, but I did well. But you know, I'm not selling my crypto to pay the electric company. This I'm just doing as a dollar cost average into crypto out of my Social Security disability, if you will. So what I get in revenue from being blind, the excess, you know, like $250 a month, I throw that in electricity, you know, because they don't ask you on your 1040 or your 1041 for trusts and foundations whether or not you bought electricity, but they damn sure ask you if you bought crypto, right? Did you buy digital currency? Yes, I bought Roblox. Okay. I bought the Sony PlayStation. You know, yeah, I bought digital currency. Because that's digital currency too, isn't it? Yeah. So, oh, no, we're looking for the Bitcoiners. We're looking for the Litecoiners and Digibiters. And why? So, whatever. You know, I guess I'm still old school of crypto, where, you know, it's you're not going to stop it, and you're not going to stop people from mining. You know, whatever. I remember in 2011, I remember having a laptop. I had the black screen pulled up, but I couldn't figure out where to enter my Bitcoin address in all of that. It was a whole slew of code, and I couldn't figure out where do I put that to start mining Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, I don't know, was what? It was still at 50 Bitcoin a block back then in 2011. I mean, damn, just to have found one block back then. But then again, back then, who knew? Because no one did. I mean, and this is all still just a grand experiment. So I didn't think it would happen as quick as it did to see $100,000 Bitcoin. I remember Max Kaiser and all way back in the day, like back in the day of, what was it, 2011. I remember Max Kaiser with the buy Silver Eagle and short JP Morgan, right? I remember that, and everyone, drove the price of silver up to $50, and and then he started saying, well, don't sell Bitcoin till $100,000. Shit, it touched 126. Did you sell? I sold a little. I sold a lot of other coins. So I hit a few home runs, actually. I hit a home run in Digibyte. I hit a home run in Theta. I hit a home run in XRP. And now here lately, I'm hearing stuff about Stellar XLM with the DTCC. So I don't know. And the founder, Jeb McCaleb, has never been questioned from his involvement from anything. And one of the founders of XRP, and then leaves and has a settlement and has creates Stellar Lumens, and now Stellar Lumens is going to be tied to the Seed and Company and all of this other stuff. It's just like, it's such a deep rabbit hole. But everyone else, they want to kick your door down if they think that you're Satoshi. I mean, and I've seen that happen many times. They went after people. Your government, your mind control went after these people. Government, mind control. That's like the guy that came out with the silver round back in the day. He called it a coin, or he had like a $1 on it, like the Silver Eagle, and they kicked his door down. I think the guy's still in prison, and that's since what, 2010, somewhere in that, but 2008 maybe, back during all of that. Is that guy still in prison? Do y'all know? Put that down in the comments. If that guy that did the silver round of the Silver Eagle and just did it as a silver liberty, a liberty dollar or something, and then he gets sent to prison. It's like, damn. So, but 132,000 difficulty. That's cool. 267 shares. In other words, it's 267, 270. That's how many chances, or that's how many submissions that you have in order to solve the block of Bitcoin. So each one of those shares submitted, it could actually be the share that finds a block of Bitcoin. And this is a lottery that goes on every 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes, and you don't have to keep buying more lotto tickets. You just own the miner and you throw it to a pool. Now this pool, Solo CK, I don't know if they do a 1%, 1.5%, but that's about average. You know, whether it's via BTC or, you know, Solo CK or Solo Pool, they're all going to take 1 or 1.5%. The difference is that your miner, your ASIC miner, will also, whoever did the software, there's also a dev fee involved in that. And with this Epic UMC control board, there is none. The dev fee is when you buy the actual control board. So they'll only take a certain percent, and then if you do the Epic UMC control board, I paid it's like $140, $150 for the later model S21s, and you don't have a dev fee, so they're not going to take the other 1 or 2% for being a developer of other firmware, you know, like Brains OS. That's in addition to the pool fee. That's a software fee, a dev fee within your firmware. So, but the Epic UMC, you pay for the dev fee up front, which, like I said, it's like $150 or $140 for the control board. But I mean, shit, you were going to spend $80 to $100 for a new control board anyway, so why not? And now you gain so much more control. Look at all the shit I just did showing y'all. And I'm blind. I'm legally blind. I only have part of my right eye. So it's just, you know, I use just other software. But yeah, we're still hashing away at 60 terahash on the S19. Now the S19, I can, you know, its factory is 104 terahash out of this one. And I can get like 120, 130, possibly 140 terahash out of this model. But I mean, I've got the forced air induction running balls to the wall at level 10, you know, just, I mean, and this joker is a whole house heater. Yeah, I mean, it really is. You take this one from 60 terahash and you bump this one up to, say, 90 terahash out of this one that y'all see in front of you. If I bump this up to 90 terahash, this will heat the entire house, a 2,000 square foot, 2-story house. And I'm talking the bedrooms are comfy. I mean, they're not ice cold. They're not even cold. They're not hot. You know, I don't like it hot. You know, but I'll say this though. But when it's in the front room of the house, and you come in and it's either raining or freaking here down in New Orleans, it rarely snows, right? I mean, it might snow once every 10 years kind of a thing. But, you know, it could be, you know, 32 degrees outside. It could be, you know, as low as I saw the other year, 26 degrees outside. And I'm here to tell you, when you come in from like a 3 or a 5 mile hike in that kind of weather, and being blind, I can't drive. I can't just go anywhere, do anything. I'm 100% on foot, unless it's, you know, I do a Uber or Lyft, because I don't have people that I can just call to come pick me up and go wherever. So anyway, when I have to walk in that and hike in that, I'm here to tell you, when you open that door and you just stand in the front foyer, and it's like you just melt. I mean, you literally thaw out. It is awesome to have as a whole home heater right in the front room. So as soon as you open that front door and you come in, you freezing, you're going to thaw out like instantly. I mean, I love it. So, but during the summer months, man, all you missing is fucking lava rock and a spray bottle of water. You know, just have a sauna going on. Get you a towel. But anyway, if y'all watched or listened to any of this, I was just going through and maybe illustrating some of how I navigate some of the firmware on this Epic UMC control board for S19 J Pro models and S21 models. They have it for the Pro and the XP and all that as well. So you can do tricks with these miners and really make them efficient. So let's see, where is this one at? Yeah, so this one is reading at 16 and a quarter joules a terahash. So the S21, the 200 terahash model running at 120 terahash. I average at 16 and a quarter, and actually the wattage here and the joules a terahash is correct within this software or firmware on this. But yeah, I was just doing a little video. I figured, you know, I gotta work on this and figure it out either which way. And if you were along for the ride, I thank you. And I guess that's it, y'all. I was yet again successful in figuring out the problem of this S19 J Pro board 0, and I should order some more ribbon cables and voltage regulator cables from altertech.io. So I guess that's about all, y'all. Y'all be cool. Go make it a day. Later.